Again, just wanted to show you real quick what I did to relocate the bumpers, and then I'll show you the bumper lift as well a little closer. Hopefully this video works. Okay, this piece right here that has this hoop on it used to be on the rear, and the battery tray attached to it. There was a screw from the top. I'll show you in just a minute. I'll flip it back over. But I moved that to the front, and then I used the blank tray. That one used to be on the front when we weren't running a bumper. That piece is just kind of an end cap. I moved that one to the back. But Bridger doesn't run bumper on the rear. Yours probably looks a little different. But I swapped those. So the first thing you got to do is take the battery tray off. Put it here. There's 2 screws here, and then the 1 screw that goes through a hoop back here. So you just take the battery tray off completely. We swapped this end, put the end from the back up front with the hoop, and then I took a parts tree kind of like this, and I cut with my Dremel. I cut a chunk of plastic off. I measured, it's about 1 inch, but you can kind of see it in there. And then I ran a drill bit through the center of it and drilled a hole through it, just big enough to start the screws into. So I've got a screw going in from the top, I've got a screw coming from the bottom going up, and that's how it's attached in the front. So it's up where you still have all your suspension travel. You can see I still have plenty of clearance there. And you don't want to go too high because it'll hit your body. And then I did the same thing back here. You can't really see it, but there's a little tiny chunk of that plastic like the tree, and then I drilled a hole through the battery tray, which isn't the best design. If you've got something flat like that, it'd be better. But I drilled a hole and drilled a hole through the top of the box that holds the receiver, and then it basically spaces it up off of that. The on-off button used to be on top of my ESC. Oh, I moved the ESC down. There's a little lip down here across the bottom of this tray right here that the ESC kind of sets against. I took a Dremel and got rid of that lip so I could move the ESC down about 1/4 of an inch so it doesn't get hit by the battery tray. And then I used servo tape to tape the on-off button on the frame right here. You can reach in through the wheel well, turn it off and on without taking the top off. So that's all I did, is just drilled a couple holes. Well, that in the front I didn't even have to drill a hole. I just made that little spacer and moved that plate to the back, or from the back to the front. Then on the bumper relocate, you can see I just cut those little pieces of aluminum. I just went into Home Depot and they had like angled aluminum that was pretty thin, and I just got a chunk of it and used my little cutoff on the Dremel as well to just cut those little pieces, and then I've just got a little drill bit, drilled the hole so I could just mount the bumper up above that plate, and gives you a lot better approach angle. But that's the only thing, that just one on each side. That's all I did. That's it. Those 2 things right there. Moving the bumper up, moving the battery to the front. Make this thing a climbing beast. So anyway, let me know if you have any other questions. See you. Bye.